This is a Chucky Beat production.
Well, there's also an enormous security presence in D.C. right now, and for more on that, let's turn to KPIX 5 political reporter Melissa Kane.
Stage is set for President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, but many protesters are putting their plans in place for mass disruption.
Yeah, but one motorcycle group has vowed to protect attendees by riding down to Washington.
Looks like a group of young millennials who are going to be protesting tomorrow.
Joining us now to tell us more is the founder of the group Bikers for Trump, Chris Cox. Chris, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Chris.
Thank you, and hello, everybody.
They're arriving by the bus. Oh, yeah. Hey, you want to get this? What?
Hello. So tell us about, first of all, about Bikers for Trump, where it came from, and then what you plan to do at the inauguration.
Putting them on buses, and it looks like it's ducks. There's the bus line right there. It's loading them up.
Well, Bikers for Trump started as a result of the outspoken nature of Donald Trump and the bikers' frustration with the direction this country was going.
Going to take them to some housing, and then they're going to start depositing them around on Inauguration Day.
So we were laughed at first. We had our first rally in Virginia Beach, Virginia, back in October of 15.
So, Melissa, with what have you seen with just about 24 hours left until the inauguration?
And we had about 100 guys show up, and since then we've grown to about 200,000 strong.
Wow.
We had 20,000 members just last week.
So the day before the inauguration is all about preparation, and that means security, and lots of it.
And so we're a force to be dealt with. We're a political phenomenon. We are in no way, shape, or form vigilantes. We will have a presence during the presidential inauguration.
We tried to get near the White House last night, only to find it was totally locked down with these enormous fences blocking people from getting anywhere near it.
We have full confidence in the Metropolitan Police Department, the Park Police, and the Capitol Police.
And there's going to be more security barriers going up today. Now, starting tomorrow, we anticipate 28,000 security personnel on hand.
We believe they've learned from mistakes that were made in Chicago and Arizona, and we have the utmost confidence in them.
That includes about 6,000 police officers from Washington, D.C. and surrounding areas.
But in the event that we are needed, we certainly will form a wall of meat.
What does that mean? What does that mean, a wall of meat?
A wall of meat.
And the other 22,000 people are going to be federal officials.
We'll be shoulder to shoulder with our brothers, and we'll be toe to toe with anyone that is going to break through any police barriers, that's going to be assaulting women, spitting on them, throwing things at them.
Now, in addition to the people, there are these structural barriers, sort of like the ones around the White House. There are just miles and miles of fences going up around the city, and these concrete barriers as well.
We have utmost support with the police. We are here to support Donald Trump. We have been involved in this campaign for the sole purpose of seeing Donald Trump elected president.
Secretary of Homeland Security Jay Johnson said that this year, at this inauguration, we have a new and special threat of vehicles veering into public spaces.
It's one of the security areas. As you can see here, there is a barricade that is keeping people from entering into this area with their cars.
And we couldn't be happier. We have guys coming in right now, driving across Texas, Arizona. Guys left San Diego 2 days ago.
There will be, at the hard perimeter areas this year, in light of the current threat environment, more heavily fortified against unauthorized vehicles.
Will the protesters, like we saw in Philadelphia, actually make an attempt to climb the barricades and get inside of the off-limit zone? Again, we saw it in Philly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here.
Large groups coming in from Florida, Pennsylvania has busloads coming in, Ohio, New York, you name it, we got bikers coming in town.
By dump trucks, heavy trucks, trucks with cement, buses and things of the like. That is a precaution that we are doubling down on.
And welcome back. Unprecedented security as President-elect Trump prepares to take the oath of office.
Military and police not taking any chances, as you would imagine, getting ready for everything from terror attacks to sprained ankles.
I not want to mess with you.
Well, we're going to be staying collectively around the outskirts of Washington, D.C., and we're going to come together.
A precaution that we are doubling down on, in particular, this inauguration.
Kelly Wright here with a look at the security plans in D.C. Good morning, Kelly. I hope it's more sprained ankles than anything.
Just be careful when you're out there. But Friday is the big day, as you know, and that's when America and the world will see the peaceful transition of power.
We are putting on the 58th inauguration halftime show with the blessing of Donald Trump. Shortly after Donald Trump leaves the stage to the Capitol for his lunch, we will be dropping down a program at John Marshall Park.
Now, estimates are that security alone could top $100 million for this event.
Behind the scenes, a lot of preparation, as you've discussed, to make sure the inauguration goes well for the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
And it will end shortly before the parade starts. We have speakers, a band, and we'll be honoring the American veteran.
Well, Melissa, we are hearing that 99 organizations are expected to demonstrate for and against Trump. Are people there ready?
They have been practicing the movements from walking down the steps to flatbed trucks, which will be rolling throughout the parade. Military units have been practicing as well for the big event.
No, I mean, Chris, people forget. I mean, there were moments during the campaign when Donald Trump had to go in the back door, go over fences to get to his event. So you were a response to violent reaction to him, and you want to go down there and show your support.
Now, we actually found some Trump supporters from California who were here last night, and we asked them about this question, and they said, look, they anticipate lots of protests, but they just hope things stay under control.
And rehearsals were also conducted along the parade route, which will have bands marching down Pennsylvania Avenue from the Capitol to the White House.
That's right. First and foremost, we want to see Donald Trump supporters who have come together collectively around the country to celebrate this peaceful transition of power.
That's what we do as Americans. I just hope that there's no violence, and I hope they protest peacefully. Historically, they haven't. This past year especially.
Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson says there will be a massive presence of security. Police will have 3,000 extra officers and 5,000 National Guard.
And we're going to see that they have that opportunity. We are on Facebook at Bikers for Trump 2016.
Yeah.
And we have a Facebook page there where we are accepting GoFundMe donations. If anybody can afford to help us out, we appreciate it.
Now, interruptions and protests at inaugurations aren't new. President Nixon and George W. Bush both had things thrown at their cars, their presidential vehicles during their procession.
Troops will be on patrol. In all, there will be some 28,000. They will protect and keep watch over 700,000 to 900,000 people expected to attend.
How many did you say there were now?
We've got about 200,000 members right now. We're growing. We hope to be the size of the Christian Coalition here in the next 6 months.
And George W. Bush also had both his oath and his inaugural speech interrupted by protesters. So these kinds of things aren't new.
Some of them will be watching Mr. Trump take the oath of office, but Johnson adds 99 groups will be protesting, and thousands of pro-Trump bikers plan to form a wall around protesters.
And as you know, the Christian Coalition, they may only have 300,000 or 400,000 members on their webpage, but that doesn't mean they don't speak for millions of people. Like the bikers, we have millions, 6 to 8 million in this demographic.
We recognize this event and the ensuing security arrangements may cause inconveniences to the citizens of Washington, D.C.
What might be new are the sheer number of protesters that we could see, but we will be watching for that. Back to you, Kenny Michelle.
All right, the world will be watching tomorrow. Melissa Kane live for us in Washington, D.C.
Chris, we're out of time. We got your message out. We're glad that we could join you this morning, and good luck there next week. We'll be looking for that wall of meat.
That's right. Thank you. We'll see all the bikers in D.C.
Awesome.
Thank you.
However, it's our intent to minimize interruptions as much as possible.